So on to, we've had one Marvel shit show, off to another Marvel shit show. But what it is now is the Marvels is apparently a big old joke. So
do people really want the Marvels?
Yeah, I know. So we're talking about a few things here.
Oh my God.
This is the start of
Marvels.
this story, and then we've got the latest part of the story. So basically, actually, this is a long story. The start of this predominantly was when it got moved from July to November, and everyone who has a brain cell said, "Oh, that's really concerning. That means the movie's really bad, because you wouldn't do that otherwise. Because why would you do that otherwise? Because there's no reason to move it from summer to November up against movies that it will do really bad against without a legitimate reason, i.e. the film's bad and that's all that they can do." And then people are coming out basically saying, "Oh, no, it's just to fix some CGI." No, it's not. Behave. Like, that's just preying on stupidity and what people think Marvel has issues with. So they're going, "Oh, yeah, there you go. No worries. We'll just make that as the excuse." And basically, it came out from Jeff Snyder on a podcast, said that the rumor is that Brie Larson is an absolute nightmare to work with. She's causing huge problems, massive problems, in fact. So Jeff Snyder, via his YouTube podcast, says Brie Larson is causing problems, and basically, like, pretty big problems. Actually, it should be her movie, and she's unhappy that it was going to be Captain Marvel 2, and now it's called The Marvels. So she's really pissed off about that. And then as well, apparently, she's causing lots of problems with her co-star Teyonah Parris. So the full quote is, the first thing is, "What's behind that Marvel's delay? I've heard that is just a shit show. I've heard it's a kind of chaos. I don't think this will really surprise anybody who's plugged into the industry. I've heard, again, don't get mad at me, I've heard Brie is a nightmare. I don't think I'm the first person to say that. I've heard she's really clashed with Teyonah Parris, and it has led to some strife, and that is sort of behind the delays. And also she's upset about it being called The Marvels, not Captain Marvel 2. Everybody else has like Thor, everything like that, and this is The Marvels." So that I can absolutely believe. Can you? I can. I mean, that makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Feige literally sold her as the next big thing. The next big thing. She was going to lead the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Do we all remember
She got
this,
a huge payday, too.
Yeah.
Because she was going to lead the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She was going to be the next Tony Stark, the next Iron Man, the front runner. Yeah, you must watch Captain Marvel, ladies and gents, because that's really important for Endgame. Comes out absolute weak sauce piss shit show. And now Captain Marvel 2 was delayed and just sort of up in the air. They weren't really announcing it. And then when it did get announced, it was the Marvels. I can believe she's pissed. Yeah. I can absolutely believe that. So what do we think? Thoughts? Suck it to me. And literally anyone.
Go ahead, Nick.
Fucking hell. Don't leave dead air like this, guys. Do I have to? I'll name you next time, Nick.
I'm not trying to talk over anybody, because every time I do, I get yelled at.
Oh, Tom, you God. Go, Tom. Go.
Oh, God. Tom.
Yeah, come on, Tom.
No, I'm talking about in the chat, not so much on the stream. But
give me your thoughts.
Our chat.
Look, we already know she's an insufferable bitch.
So, like I was saying,
like, it's not. Oh, fuck you, Paulie. Like, let's be real.
Well, I'd like to say. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Tom.
Stop! Don't get me laughing again. I about died on the stream earlier.
I'll start singing as Arnold again.
I want to know your opinion, Tom. Come on.
No, like it's we already know she's an insufferable bitch. We already saw that she has kind of an attitude towards this whole thing when she was asked where was, I can't remember if it was a red carpet thing or where it was at, but
yeah, it was via Variety. But it's so just smallly theirs. I would say because when that dropped, I was like, I don't think that's an attitude per se with fans. I think that's an attitude with Marvel.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say in general, just like overall, like she's just clearly got some issues going on with this whole thing. And I mean, it's been how many years since we've had the first movie now? We've
was it
heard
like
there were
2018, 2019?
Yeah, I think so. And we've heard there was going to be a Captain Marvel 2, and then all of a sudden, no, it's going to be the Marvels.
Yeah.
And we've been all of us had kind of been reporting that now for the last few years. And lo and behold, it is the Marvels. So I think that a lot of people are just kind of like looking at this, and she's just kind of like going, well, it's supposed to be my movie. You know, she's probably getting paid out the ass for this movie. Let's not forget that. She's probably getting paid 10 times. I'm not even joking. 10 times what everybody else in the movie is getting paid. Because she got paid $5 million up front for the first Captain Marvel. And the way these appearances work, it's usually double every time they come in. So like for Endgame, I think she ended up getting 10 million. So that means she's probably getting like 15 for this.
Well, I'd say in fairness, she should be getting paid more than everyone else, because who are the other people? They're nobodies.
To a point, you're correct, and I'm not going to argue that. But you know, with this whole equality thing, it only goes so far, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I can absolutely believe this, and I can also believe that she's clashing with co-stars primarily because of the bad blood of it being shoehorned as an ensemble piece. But then also you've got to force that chemistry straight away. That here you go, you're shooting for the next 12 weeks. There you go, bang, be best buddies. I mean, it works.
Well,
sometimes.
I'll be a little sexist at first. I'll be the first one to be a little sexist here, and I'll say it. You get a group of women together, sooner or later, one of them is not going to get along with the rest. And the rest are going to gang up on her. It's just the way it works with women.
Yep.
I've seen it happen a
true.
billion fucking times. So chances are Brie was the outcast because everybody didn't get along with her because she probably acted like a prima donna right off the bat, and it rubbed everybody the wrong way. I'm just speculating here, but I can see it. I can see a situation where she rubbed every other woman on the set the wrong way, and you've got a movie that's starring 3 women, and she thinks she should be the main star, and it's not her as the main star. So I'm sure she diva out all the time and have moments of, you know, freaking out at everybody. And Paulie kind of knows what I'm probably getting at, because sometimes actors they're insecure a lot of the time about a lot of things, and when you get a situation like this with somebody who's Brie Larson, who she one moment was at the top of the world, and the next minute she thinks everybody hates her, which is kind of true.
Yeah. Yeah. Paulie, thoughts?
Yeah, there's a lot of thoughts. I mean, I agreeing with Tom. There's 2 things here, right? When you see actors on a red carpet, they're on their best behavior and the best light. You know, they're looking good. They're doing this. They're doing that. You know, they're there to, you know, get some press. And
unless you're Hugh Grant, anyway.
Whether it's their that was just the best.
Right, we'll talk about that. But
we'll talk about that. But if you remember a couple months ago, she was on a red carpet. I don't know where, it wasn't for one of her movies, and someone asked her a question, right, about
Variety.
And that answer just said it all. It's like they caught her completely off guard, and or she it's not that off guard, is that she let down any you know, whatever we think Brie Larson is, and you got the real Brie Larson. I'll never forget that.
What did they ask her? What was the question?
So basically something pertaining to Captain Marvel 2, the Marvels.
Right. I think something like, are you excited, or do you think people are excited? How excited do you think people are to see you in Captain Marvel or the Marvels?
I remember that. And she's like, I don't know. Did they like the
really
first one?
Me?
Yeah.
Right. She's like, gets all a bunch of attitude and looks right into the camera.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was just, I'm thinking they probably just came back from a day of shooting, a day of, you know, or you know, where she just, you know, threw one of her temper tantrums. So that's what I'm thinking, is that she was probably just got the news, you know, or something just didn't go well for her on that day of the set. And then boom, you get that at the red carpet. Another thing I wanted to bring up is that I don't think anyone, you know, in that production team of this movie would have thought that what's the Miss Marvel's name? The Pakistani actress? Amani.
I don't know. I can't.
Yeah,
I don't remember her last name.
Okay, forgive me, but
Yeah.
I don't think anyone thought she was going to be 10 times more charming, likable, and a real fan of comics than Brie Larson was. This girl, I mean, you can say what you want about the show, but I loved her to death in the show. And the camera loves her, like she reeks charm that Brie Larson never does. She just doesn't. She might be a cutie in some of the older movies.
Unless she's wearing a black dress.
Right.
On a late night talk show.
That's it. But what I'm saying is I think that factor.
Hot damn.
Don't be surprised if Amani's going to get more screen time and Bree's getting less. Amani's going to get this line and Bree's not.
Just put Brie in a dress.
That's all I'm saying. I think that's a factor, and I think
that's all I'm saying.
That I hear you, Cochino, but that's all right. I know you have a thing for moldy cheese. Speaking of cheese,
bro, but if moldy cheese looked like that, I'll be scoffing that down all day, every fucking day.
Gross.
We'd chow down on that cheese.
So,
are you still talking? Are you talking about Brie Larson here?
He's talking about Brie Larson. So I think that's another factor. Culture. I think that that factor is real. Is that you have a much more likable actor.
Oh yeah, she's a sweetheart
on the cast. That's more talented, right? And that knows her comic shit because she's always talking about. You hear it on her. Are you done yet, boy?
What?
Boy's red. No, not you. Look at him.
I know.
Right away.
Look, he's a cheese guy. Look, he was happy when I put this picture up.
Oh wow.
He was like, "Yay, team! Hello."
Oh, that's awesome.
Hello. But you're right though. Iman Vellani, I think that's her name. I think that's how you say her
That's
name.
all I got.
You're welcome.
She is. She's gorgeous. She's a cute little kid. She's very nice. You were 100% right. She knows her comics. She's a fan of the comics. That's how she got the job. She wasn't an actress before. She's just a huge fan. She wrote an essay, and she got that part. She delivered. I'm sorry, I know nobody's seen it, and I've only watched one episode. But in that one episode, this inexperienced actress, this fan of these books, she did a great job. And I didn't finish it because it wasn't aimed at me. It was aimed at a younger audience. It really wasn't aimed at adults at all. But
I hate that show. It was garbage.
Well, again, it wasn't aimed at us, Nate. But she was good, and she does have charisma and charm and a lot of stuff like that.
I didn't watch it, but Script Doctor said it was okay. And if he actually gives it an okay, to me that means something because he hates everything.
Yeah. And so I look at it and I go, all right, she's now competing with two other actresses on screen,
right,
that are better than her.
And one who's much younger, and then the other girl, the black girl,
Monica Rambeau. We just did her name.
Paris, we don't really know her that much, but no one's talking about Brie Larson.
Nope.
That's the thing.
And don't forget, Culture. She's an Oscar-winning actress. She is the best actress in this movie.
Was that for the Indian film that she did, Basmati Blues?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Look at that culture humor.
Tom's got the clip here.
That her Oscar was for The Room, and that kid in The Room acted circles around her.
Here we go.
Here's that interview question thing.
You play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Fucking hell.
Wow.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
She's such a little bitch.
Wow.
Dude, no, but worse.
Okay.
No, I don't think it's that. Honestly,
It's
I don't.
not that. It's not
It's
that.
not.
Go ahead,
She's
Nate.
not. That's not what that is. Like, and I said it at the time, and everyone was like, "What a bitch!" Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, like
No.
that's someone that is resentful, not of the audience. That's someone that's resentful of the studio and the response and what they promised. That's a resentment directed primarily at an institution. It's an institution, an industry. It's not the audience. It's
Bro.
someone becoming very aware of everything.
Paulie has insight. Hang on.
No. It's someone who's been demoted.
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
it,
but that's what I
man.
mean. Resentful of the studio, resentful
That's
of the
right.
situation. Yeah.
You can see demotion on her face, man. It probably happened
Yeah.
days, and I got to go to this fucking red carpet. All right, let's go, man.
Yeah.
Then this dillweed asked me a question.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you asking me for?
Why are you
Well, I
asking
will
me?
say that I mean, part of that dressing down may have had to do with her being told that, yeah, you're not a popular character or a popular actress, and that's maybe where the response, "Does anybody really want to see me in the role?" came from. But I think you guys are right. I think she has been basically like hit with a brick wall that this is not going to go down the way it was supposed to go down. Yeah.
Well, she was demoted instantly. That's the thing, right? Like, she would have known the movie would have come out, Endgame, and then Captain Marvel 2 is like just hanging in the balance. So we had all of that information about Captain the Marvels anyway, and now, of course, ladies and gents, we have the Defenders. Scoopers defend Brie Larson because apparently it's all sexist right wing.
It's all Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers' fault. I knew it.
Is this the same topic or is this a new topic?
Same topic.
Oh, okay.
Same topic. Other people now have apparently seen the film, ladies and gents. So what do the Scoopers say about Brie Larson in the Marvels? Well, Casey Walsh, and this is important, who uses pronouns, because that is important because it shows an ideological bend, uses loads of Twitter accounts, and his latest account described as an alt account where my main gets suspended for talking shit to right-wing lunatics. That's why it's important to say that they use pronouns. Again, I've heard nothing negative around this production. The movie has gotten more positive praise from tests than other MCU films this year. Sexist YouTubers use Larson as a way to garner favor with sexists and racists. The In Snyder is no different. And someone was like, "Oh, is it better than Guardians of the Galaxy?" No.
Racist against what?
Yeah, well, I don't know, mate. Just
the fuck?
Racist against white women?
Who knows?
Racist
Honestly,
against
who knows? Who knows?
There's a girl.
And then there's other people. The Watcher. That report about Brie Larson being difficult on the set of the Marvels is absolutely false. She was looking forward to the sequel being a team up. So there's the sort of contrasting elements, down the line.
Sure, she was.
Well, the thing about all of this is no one hones in on the fact that you have the very fact that they moved it from July to November. There has to be a reason for that, and it's a reason. It has to be a pretty big reason.
Delays or reshoots, I'm guessing.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. What are you sharing here? This is her character in.
I'm saying, is this like, look like a healthy
isn't it?
person to you? I mean, come on.
Golly.
Well, no. So from a health perspective, that's perfectly fine. Loads of people are calling her anorexic. She's not anorexic. You can tell she's not anorexic here. A lot of that will just be unusual makeup on the face, but I mean, there's no.
She looks
lack of
stoned
health
to the
here.
gills here, man.
Yeah,
looks
but
like a heroin addict here.
Yeah, I'll give you. Yeah, but the skinniness, because loads of people are like, "Oh, she's anorexic now." She's not anorexic at all. She's not anorexic at all. I will happily defend that. She's not. Honestly, she's not anorexic.
Come on, man.
Look at that and think anorexia is way off base. Way off base.
Duckworth, the camera adds 20 pounds.
I mean, it does. It does. Any camera, video.
It does not.
Whatever, Mr.
Wait, does anyway.
You were very biased. I'm
not very biased. No,
you're very biased on this issue.
I know bodies. All right, I'm well aware about bodies. I'm well aware about fitness.
All right, body master. I'm just saying.
Well, this is my area of expertise.
I have something for you, Nate. Here you go, Nate.
Oh, for goodness sake! What is that?
This is actually an interesting conversation because you have Nate, who does do bodybuilding and all that business, and Paulie, who is a trainer. So yeah.
Hey, can you do that thing again with your hand?
I have. Yeah. Okay. I used to teach people to become
trainers. What are you doing
trainers.
with your hand there?
Anyway,
awesome. That's amazing.
There you go. There's one Marvel shit show to another Marvel shit show.
So I got something to add. if I can have my moment in the spotlight to speak.
Ooh, all right.
Wait, hold on, everyone give him the spotlight.
Okay, sorry.
Shut up, fuckers.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
No, but I just wanted to bring up two things real quick. One, I can totally believe that this is at least believable. With her on set, feuds with other people and stuff, people not liking her. I mean, if you go back and watch the press junkets of Endgame, all the other actors seem to just despise her.
She
and
doesn't
didn't
want to be the
even
next
want to-
Tom Cruise, Nick.
Yeah, like it seemed like nobody wanted to be around her, like
Yeah.
giving her a hard time, and she was kind of being snappy back with them. And then the other thing is the first movie, and this is sort of the opposite of what I said earlier with Ant-Man. They're putting out all this trash, and then who's going to be running out to see the next Ant-Man when you've been giving us garbage? Well, when Captain Marvel came out, Marvel was giving us hit after hit after hit. So that movie brought in 1.1 billion, with a new character, Captain Marvel, that nobody even knew anything about. I don't know if I want to guarantee it, but I almost want to guarantee no way the second movie hits that $1 billion mark.
Oh no, I would say absolutely
in
not.
the current state of Marvel.
No, I'd say 100% it won't.
Yeah.
I would say it'll be lucky to do 800 million.
Yeah.
That's my genuine thoughts on it. But yeah, I think I think good additions, good input there, my dude.